There you go.
Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Wednesday and it's our sew along day. We've had quite a sedate day actually. I've got lots to get ready this afternoon, ready for a chanda tomorrow. Lots and lots to do. So I've got to do get all the demos and all prepped and everything. So busy afternoon, but actually we were quite organised this morning over in the shop. We had lots going on, so we had a little chat about hopefully when we can maybe start to reopen as well. Maybe do it on a reduced hours or something, or because we've still got to keep social distancing in, haven't we? So hopefully we'll have some news about that soon when we can actually get the shop reopened. But how's everybody doing? How are you all? Weather still amazing. It's beautiful out there. Got some washing on the line again. Yeah, there's always lots of washing in this place with so many people in the house. So yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Really lovely. How are you all? Who's coming online?
So we got Marion, we've got Catherine, Helen, Sonia, Anne Davis, Christine.
Ah, lovely. Lots and lots of you coming on again. Brilliant. Fabulous. So we're going to do our sew along, and we've got 2 blocks today because we weren't here Monday. So I've done you 2 blocks so that you can... So just giving myself extra work as per usual, you know. But I've got a applique block and then I've got a pieced block as well. So we're going to go through both of those. A couple of little updatey bits. I think there's only 2, maybe 3 left on the raffle. We had another few go yesterday. So if you do want to go at the raffle, go and grab those last couple of numbers. And then hopefully Sarah might be able to pull that tomorrow, or we'll do that on Friday. So I'm off up to Hachanda tomorrow, travelling up there tomorrow. So Sarah's going to be doing ours. You might have seen them actually. We've done them before in the shop, but these really, really funky like prairie star ornaments. So hopefully everyone's kind of getting online now and we're getting there. So we will get going. I'm going to show you the 2 blocks. I'm going to slip my tea because again, sorry, my hay fever's really naughty still. Keeps making my throat go all tickly, which doesn't help when I've got to talk. So we're going to do 2 blocks. We've got sometimes called a bow tie, but also called the bobbin block. So it looks like kind of like sewing bobbins. Okay. Now I've done it in 2 colours, and the cutting instructions I gave you were for 2 colours as well. But you could do, if you want to make it, use all your different bits of scraps up. You could make each bobbin the same colour. You could put different ends on your bobbin, or you could do them all the same colour, entirely up to you. So that's the first block, and that's the one we're actually going to do as the sew along. So I'll get back to that one in a minute. And the other one is a little applique block I drew yesterday for you guys, which I'm going to call the Deco Star, because I think it looks a bit Art Deco-y-ish, that kind of Rennie Macintoshy Art Deco-y type thing, which is an applique block. I'm not sure if I did this one again, I would use this fabric here as my main fabric, because I think it's a little harsh. But if you've got a big print that you want to use, it will highlight that quite nicely. But you could do different colours. You could use different pieces on there, different bits of fabric. And this is just a bonded, or you could needle turn it, entirely up to you, but just using bond web and machine applique. So I've done a template out, okay, which will be on the website as soon as I come off. That'll go onto the website. That'll be £2, just like all the others. So I thought I won't talk you through the whole bond web thing, because obviously we did that with the tulip block, and we've done it with the baby quilts and all the class that we did, so you don't need to listen to me waffle on about that again. But I just thought I'd go through so I've done you a little sort of layout on the template. Because the circle, I don't know if Drew can get this hopefully, because the circle here is a complete circle, it doesn't fit on an A4 page, okay, I've done it as a half circle. So you would just fold, when you do your bonder web, sorry, let's move this over. When you do your bonder web, you would use this dotted line, put your bonder web over, draw the half, and then turn the bonder web round, line up that dotted line again and draw the other half, okay? And if you're going to do needle turn rather than machine applique, put this dotted line on a fold of a fabric before you draw round and cut out, okay? So it's quite a simple little one, but I thought it was quite effective. So you're going to put your circle down as number 1. You would then just position all these ones on top, so these little fans with these bits sitting behind, okay, and then you'd put your star on afterwards, and then you're going to stitch into it, okay. So like I said, that one will be, I drew that one yesterday, so that one will be on the website for you, okay, because it's very difficult to do an appliqued one and just give you cutting instructions, because you kind of need the templates, because you kind of need the shapes. So there's that one, okay, that'll be available to buy. But we're going to work today on the Bonderweb one. It's not the Bonderweb, that's Bonderweb. We're going to work on the bobbin one. So before I go through all the bits, is anybody there? Anybody got any questions? Anybody say anything?
Yes, Linda says hi.
Hiya.
Sandra says not sewing today. We'll catch up later.
Fair
but
enough.
Love the second square.
Cool, thank you.
Suzanne says hi.
Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Susie.
And so does Angela.
Hi Angela. So yeah, hello everybody. So we're going to get going. So hopefully you saw the cutting instructions online. So I'm just going to run through what you need, okay? So from 2 colours or more if you want to do, you know, different colour bobbins, but we're just going to do 2 colours on this one to start with. So from 2 colours, so from fabric 1, you want 2 3.5 inch squares, and then you want 4 2 by 6.5 inch rectangles, okay, and then you want exactly the same from fabric number 2, so 2 3.5s and then 4 2 by 6.5. I have to remember my figures then. And then from your background fabric you want 8 little rectangles which are 2 inches by 3.5, and you need 8 of those. And then you needed 16 2 by 2 inch squares, okay. So little prep work before we start. I'm not going to do all 4 because each quarter is exactly the same, okay, but we'll do a couple of one or 2 of them. So you want to draw a diagonal line. So Drew, I'm going to come here so you can get close. I'm going to draw a diagonal line across 4 to start with. I mean, you'll have to do all of them eventually, but I won't do all that now because you don't need to see me do all of them. We're going to do a diagonal line across each of the back, the wrong side of your background 2 inch by 2 inch squares. Just press that one quickly because it's got a little fold in it. There we go, that's better. Okay, I want that one. Hang on, I'll just pick ones that haven't got folds in for now. There we go. So I don't know what this is. This block like block 20 by now? It must be something like that, mustn't it? Must be quite a few we've done now. Our isolation quilts are going to be huge. We're going to have to make 2. So, any questions or comments there, love?
Nikki says she just got home from the office.
Oh, bless you. Been at work this morning.
And Marie said, hello, just finished a 10-mile bike ride, rush back to see you.
Oh, wow. That's energetic, love. I'm not sure I could manage a 10-minute bike ride, let alone a 10-mile one. Okay, so I'm just going to put some, I'm just carrying on a second, just putting some diagonal lines right the way across. And what we're going to do, that's enough for now. What we're going to do is we're going to alter the corners. We're going to make some what they call altered rectangles. So we're going to add corners to each of these rectangles. So I'm going to pop one side like that. And you really want to take care of which way the lines are going. Okay, so and I'm going to put that one like that. And can you see the lines are coming in towards the centre? Okay, so hopefully you can see that on camera. You need to make sure that they are facing that way. You don't want them like that. You don't want them both facing the same way. You need to make sure that the diagonal lines are coming up towards the centre like that. Okay, just grab a couple of pins a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that on all 4 of these. Okay, so let's do that for now. 1 2 4 6. There we go. Brilliant. Marked just enough. So scoot over to the sewing machine. We're going to take all this over with us. Scoot over to the sewing machine. Go. Right, let me get Dave and my cup of tea out of the way. Now, I would chain piece these, okay? You don't have to, but I would. I would do all one side, turn around and do all the other, and that way I know that they are going on the right way. You can leave your 1/4 inch on if you want to, but sometimes that little guide gets in the way, so if not, pop your normal foot on, okay? And I'm just going to stitch directly on the line. We're not going either side like with half square triangles, we're going to go directly on the line, okay? So while I'm stitching, everybody with me so far? How are you all doing? Anybody there? Any comments or anything?
Not at the moment.
No? Just people saying hello at the minute, is it?
Yeah.
Fair
We've
enough.
got Sharon Elizabeth Dobinson, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, watching.
Hi Sharon. Sharon owns Glitter Magic. She's one of the exhibitors that goes to some of the shows and all that we do. And yeah, she used to come to the Cardiff show years ago when we did it. So yeah, so girls, if you need any glitter, go and see Sharon's website, because she does an amazing range of the most beautiful glitters. She does fabrics as well, actually. She's got some fabrics on there. What else do you do, Sharon? You do all sorts. Diamond painting kits, which is like these little crystal things. So so yeah, definitely worth checking Sharon's website out, guys, if you need crafty bits. Okay, so I'm just going to sew down the line on each of these.
Maria says sew and bee tonight is recycling night.
Oh yes. So who's ready for sewing bee tonight? Like I said, I've got quite a lot to do today because of getting ready for a Chanda tomorrow. So all the samples and all are made. It's just like making sure I've got my sewing machine packed and all that sort of thing. I've also got to dye my hair because roots are not good. So I'm going to chuck a box on it later. But I'll chuck a box on it and then sit down and watch Sewing Bee. Yeah, it's recycling week, isn't it? It's always quite interesting when they do the recycling weeks because they tend to do, it's quite nice to see how you can upcycle stuff. Or, I know a friend of mine, Louise, she makes lots of quilts out of things like, what's the word, old shirts, like men's shirts. We did that with the Manx patchwork as well. But she uses a lot of old shirts. She cuts up cotton skirts and things. She also uses like old like vintage sheets and stuff on the back of her quilts. She does some lovely things. She's on Instagram actually. Thread Stitch Repeat. Definitely worth having a little look at her stuff because she does some really funky things. So okay, so I've done down this one side like this. Okay, so I'm just going to go down the other side and I'm making sure that those diagonals are coming in towards each other, okay? So I'm just going to chain piece the other side.
Maria says, I don't think I fancy wearing a shopping bag, though.
Oh, yeah, they were using, like, those, like, plastic bags, weren't they, to make stuff? Yes, I saw that on the trailer. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they come up with. Some of it's amazing and some of it's really bizarre. Although, hats off to them, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, that's for sure. It's that time pressure. I mean, I do like to work to a schedule, but that only having like 3 hours to make something, it's not my cup of tea at all. So I'm just making sure that they're going on opposite ways. Anybody else there? Anyone else commenting?
Marion says, hi both, yeah, looking forward to Sewing Bee tonight. Jackie Ireland said, hi both, late today.
Oh,
and
tut. Hope you were doing something nice.
And then Anne Davis asked, where do you have to go to film a chant for?
I've got to go up to Peterborough, up to Arundel. So I mean, they've set it all up now so that we're all completely socially distanced up there. We had been just sending in videos, but they've asked us now if we're happy to travel, which I am. I mean, I'm literally going to be getting in the car here. And I like to drive. I enjoy driving. I don't particularly, doesn't bother me. It's about 3 hours from here, so it's not too bad. And I'll get in the car here and I'll get out there and socially distance. I won't stop or anything. And I'm not staying over. We'll do it in one day. So yeah, it's going to be interesting actually. I mean, it's been different when we're sending in the videos because you are distanced sort of, by the nature of it. But it's going to be interesting doing it socially distancing actually in the studio.
Nikki asked, what are you doing on Agenda?
We've got 2 shows. We've got one at 1 PM and one at 5 PM. So on the 1 PM we've got some really lovely, we've got some quilt kits, we've got the fabric baskets I did, we've done some kits up for those, we've got some really beautiful Liberty cushion kits as well. And then the second show is June Taylor products. So we've got some mug mats and pillows and all sorts of random things. Sorry, I've just realised I've started stitching and you haven't seen what I'm doing. So I've sewn them on both sides like that on all of the rectangles, and then we're going to just cut off the excess about 1/4 inch away. Okay, so I'm going to scoot over here. I'm going to cut off about 1/4 inch. Doesn't have to be exact. You can use your ruler and rotary cutter if you want to, but actually this is nice and just snip off with my scissors. It's easier.
Jackie said, my friend had a bag last year made from old paddling pools.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, I remember that. I've seen a company that uses does the most amazing bags, because I love having bags. They use old billboards, you know, the massive big poster billboards. They use those because they're like plasticized, aren't they? They're not paper. Most of the billboards aren't. They use those to do all these really, really funky, like modern bags. Really nice, really different. So once you've cut all those ones off, okay, just want to set my seam like that, and you want to now this is a little piece of fabric and it's on the bias, so be gentle with your pressing. Okay, I'm just going to very gently roll and press that out, because if I really iron that, this is all going to bevel, so just be gentle with these bits because they are little. Okay, so while I'm ironing these out, everybody with me so far, you all okay with this little step? Who's there? Anybody there?
Jenny said, "I'm sorry I'm late today. I've been researching dog food and didn't realise the time."
Oh, we're trying to get new dog food for Jack, are you? There we go. So just rolling these back, just gently, and like I said, be careful with this bit, okay? Don't be really heavy-handed with it. It's worth just taking your time with this little bit of ironing, because these are little skinny strips and little tiny bits of fabric. And then roll that back. Okay, so should have 4 that look like that. Okay, now you want to grab your 3.5 inch squares, and you need some of your background fabrics, the little 2.5 by 2 by 3.5 inches. So I need 4 of those like that. And all we're going to do is we're going to put one of these either side of the square. So we're just going to pop that one that side, and then do the same on that one. Okay, again using 1/4 inch seam allowance, just going to whip down these. So back over to the sewing machine. Okay, just line those up. And I'm not bothering to pin because I don't need to, it's fine. I mean, you can pin if you want, but you know I don't. So there we go. Right, anyone else? Anyone else got any questions, comments there? Are you with me so far, girls?
Linda Head says it's very clear.
Good.
But that's it so far.
Fair enough. There we go. So down those 2 like that. Again, lots of chain piecing on this one. It is nice and easy little block. This one. It's not too complicated, not too many pieces. I am next week. I'm going to do that the one from the Manor House block that Sandra asked about, you know, the quilt that we had hung up a couple of days ago. I'm going to do that one. There is a lot more piecing with that. There's lots and lots of little pieces, and it's slightly more complicated blocks. So we'll do just one with that one, rather than the 2 blocks like we're doing today. But both of these are nice and easy ones. I'm giving you a bit of a week off with challenges. Nice, easy little block for you. It's quite effective though, and it looks really nice if you play around with your colours as well. You could make the centre, you could make the centres all the same colour and then do like different colours on the edges or something, or make these all different colours so it looks like different colour threads, and maybe have like a brown or a wood effect or something on the end, so they do look more like bobbins. There we go. Like that. There we go. Okie doke. And again, it doesn't really matter which way. Ooh, ow, that hurt. Doesn't really matter which way you you press these out, I tend to press them out towards the background fabric. I don't know why, doesn't really matter because there's no nesting with this, but just looks better, just how I tend to do it. Okay, so again, they are little blocks, so just be careful with it. There we go. Okay, so we can start to put together the block already. It's that simple, there's only 2 little bits. So if we could lie this one out over here, so you're going to have this one in the centre, like that. You can have one of these added on like that. And this one, you're just going to turn so it looks like that. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So I've got one in the centre, I'm going to put one like that, and then this one goes on like that. Okay, so we're going to add this to the centre and then that to the centre and then press out. Now, when you put these together, the points will not match. Okay, they're not supposed to. The points you would expect that this point is going to match up to there, but because of the 1/4 inch, okay, can you see if I line that up like that? Hopefully Drew can get this with all the little thready bits. Can you see it should be about 1/4 inch in? Can you see it looks like it's going to be too small? So don't worry about trying to nest these seams. They're not supposed to, because when we take the 1/4 inch off there with the seam allowance, they should line up with this one then. Okay, so don't panic if you go to do this and you can't get it to nest, because it doesn't need to. Okay, it's been designed not to, so that it works with the 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. So I am just going to pin this one just to make sure that it stays nice and straight. So I'm just going to line up those raw edges and pop those along there like that. So we had a delivery this morning as well. We had some beautiful new batiks in. So I'm going to get Alex to put those on the website for me later so you guys can see them. Yeah, it's a really lovely new batiks in, real like proper Sarah Jane colours, a rainbow of colours it was. So those will go on the website later. I've also put on, I mean there's only a couple there at the moment, but we're trying to add more on. I've put some white on whites and cream on creams on the website as well, just because I know that we haven't had them on before. But I know it's a lot of you want those for like backgrounds and stuff. So there are a couple on there at the moment, ready for you if you need extra stuff. Okay, and then this one is going to go on the other way. So that one goes on like that, and then this one's going to go on the top. It's making sense so far, ladies. You're all okay with it?
Jenny says Lebanese block.
Oh, it is. It's a really nice, easy little one, this one. And I just thought it's more, sometimes you need a bit of a, not to think too much, don't you? I've had a bit of a discombobulated week. I love that word. Just, a bit all over the place with, how I'm feeling and stuff. And normally I'm quite like, yay, everything's all good. And, a bit of a stress head when things, when we're busy, but because I'm a control freak. But, I had a really odd week this week. So I quite enjoyed doing these yesterday for you guys today, because it was gentle. It wasn't, I didn't have to think too much. I mean, and I quite enjoyed drawing out the block, just thinking about what I wanted. The drawing bit for me is a real relaxation thing. It made me feel better, absolutely, just having that, not having to think, not having to stress about anything, just a bit of sewing.
Maria said she's excited for the auction on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a real random mix of stuff. So we've got some layer cakes, we've got some jelly rolls, we've got some kits as well. There's some charm packs there. There is some fabric, fabric on the roll as well, on the meter. There's all sorts of random bits. We've got things like there's some kits and stuff there where there's only like one left, and because we've got a lot of stock going to be coming in once we do reopen, we need to kind of clear the shelves a bit. So they're going to be at ridiculously low prices, ladies. Okay, so because we really need the space. So yeah, all sorts of random little bits there, but it should be a bit of a giggle as well. We'll have a laugh, won't we? Okay, so I'm just going to gently press that one out and gently press that one out. Okay, and I don't know if you can see that actually. If I just do that up to the camera, can you see that point there has now met? Okay, where it didn't before, it will now meet. Okay, so that's like your first little quarter. Okay, so I'll do the other one again so you guys can see. And depending on time, actually, we could always have a little go at one of the blue ones as well. What time is it? How are we doing?
25 past.
Oh, okay, yeah. Going quick today. Going quick. So, any comments or questions there while I just sew this other one together?
Angela says your website's easier to use now.
Oh, good. Yeah, we have had to play around with it a little bit. I've tried to like group stuff more. As we're putting more stuff on there, I'm trying to group things a little bit more for you. So it does mean there's more like subcategories, but it means that things are in certain sections. Well, I say say to Alex, I want this to happen, and he goes, oh yeah, done. What now? To take me 2 hours to work out.
Linda says you need a break. Yes, I know it's not going to happen.
Yes, it's been quite full on. It really has, hun. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Doing these 1 o'clocks have been a godsend for me because I would have climbed the walls if we'd have just shut down totally. I'm not good at staying still. I'm not good at stopping. But it's also quite full on as well. It's quite been really, I mean, and again, it's not a complaint in any way, shape or form. It's been amazing. But yeah, we've been busy. We've been really busy. Taking on 2 extra Hachanda shows and stuff as well, things like that. Yeah, it's all just adds to the time. It's not necessarily the work, because I love the work. It's just the time aspect. And yes, a couple of days off, like proper days off. But the trouble is, you can't probably go anywhere, can you? I would say, you know, we just grab the tent and go camping, but you can't do that. So, mind you, I say grab the tent and go camping. I only go camping when I really, really have to. I really should say grab my suitcase and go to a spa and have a massage and room service and a couple of cocktails. That would be better. But, you know, when the weather's like this, I kind of, you know, I try and fool myself that I'd actually like camping. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And it's actually really nice, cheap way of getting away with the kids now and then, just for a weekend. But not my favourite thing to do. Okay, so there's the second one done. There we go. Okay, so we'll press that one out gently. And again, you can see, hopefully you can see there. Can you see now how those points have lined up on, hopefully you can get that. Those points now have lined up where they didn't before, okay? But that's how the block's designed. The block is designed to do that, so don't panic if you think, oh, it's not going to meet. Okay, so there's 2 blocks done. How quick was that? So that's actually sort of 2 of the quarters. Do you want me to, should I put together one of the other ones? And we've got time, haven't we? Do you want to carry on listening to me waffle? If you do, I will, I'll start marking up these ones and we'll put the other one together.
So Jackie Miles says, love your demos, finally catching up with your blocks. And we'll have an isolation quote at the end of this.
Excellent, well done.
Thank you. Maria says, miss the shop with the coffee and cake. Can't wait for you to reopen.
Oh, I can't wait for some of Jackie Bloxham's cake as well. Oh, she does do good cake. It's amazing cake. So not that I need any cake. I was doing quite well with losing a little bit of weight, and nah, lockdown happened. Any other comments there, love? While I'm doing this.
Jenny says that's the point, isn't it? We can't go anywhere. Slowly getting fed up of being at home, but we're not. But still not going anywhere.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's the thing we can do, isn't it? And try and keep on top of this and save as many people from getting it as possible. So it is difficult though. It is difficult. I get that. Particularly when you felt, you know, I mean, I know my silly back's been painful, but you know, I've been very, very lucky. Touch wood. I haven't had any friends or family that have had it. I haven't lost anybody. I've been very, very fortunate with that. So, and in a way, that kind of almost makes it more difficult because it feels a bit like, you know, oh, you know, I just want to get on with my life. But then when you look at the amount of people that have had it and been terribly, terribly ill or lost their lives, it's worth it, isn't it? It's worth the staying indoors just to make sure. And I get to craft a lot more. I get to sew. I get to talk to you lot. So there's got to be some positives. Right. Okay. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. So we're going to put this one down on there like that. I'll just do one of the navy ones for now. Okay, just so you can see what they look like when they're put together.
Sandra asks, would you quote as you go with these blocks?
You could do, absolutely, because they're all the same size. They would quilt as you go brilliantly. Yeah, that's a really good plan. If you don't want to have to put the whole thing through, you know, your machine or bring it to us to go on Daphne, but you can if you want to just put it all together. And then remember, we hire out Daphne, so either we can do it for you, which is £1.50 a square foot, but there is a hell of a waiting list at the moment. I think we're about 6-week waiting list at the moment, or obviously you can't come into the shop at the moment. But when we are reopening, you can come and hire Daphne and you can do it yourself. We're on hand to give you a hand, and it's £15 an hour. But actually, these blocks would be perfect for Quilt As You Go because they're all the same size. They'd be really nice and easy, and you could play with your quilting. You could, you know, really experiment with your walking foot.
Okay, so it's been a lifesaver for me to look forward to 1 o'clock.
Oh, bless you. Yes, well, it's kept me sane as well, lovely. Well, kept me as insane as I normally am instead, maybe. But yes, it's been really nice to, you know, I mean, we've met through this. We met some lovely new people as well, which has been fantastic. You know, apart from all our sort of, you know, normal regulars and everything, it's been lovely. It's been an interesting experiment, if nothing else. So I'm going to pop the other one on, making sure that they go that way. Okay. I think I've spent more time with Drew than I have in many, many years as well. You know, since he was little, you know, you don't get to spend much time with your grown-up kids, do you? Not to this extent. So it's been quite nice to spend some time with him. Yeah, some of the time. No, they've been very useful. My minions have been very, very useful, I have to say. Doing deliveries for us and website stuff and all sorts. So yeah, it's been fantastic. Very proud of my chickens. So okay, I'm gonna just chop these ones off, just like we did the other ones, about 1/4 inch away, like that. Again, so I'm just doing about 1/4 inch away, like that. I'll do the same on this one. There we go.
It shines as though there's only 2 raffles left.
Oh, fabulous. Well done, ladies. Right, there's only 2 left. So if they go, then Sarah will be able to pull that tomorrow. Should be good. Okay, and then just very, very gently press that. Oh, see, wasn't as gentle as I should be. That's stretched a weeny bit. Let's just see if I can get that back into shape. There we go, that's better. See, I did that bit of a heavy movement in that little block. Really stretched then. There we go, do that one. And do that one. And there we go. Okay, so that's my 2 top and bottom bits. I'll just put one of the little centres together, and then you can see how we're going to rotate them to make them make the block. There we go. So we'll pop that one on that side, that one on that side, just like we did last time, and work that one down. So we ought to have a bit of a sweepstake, really. Who do you think is going to win? So going back to Sewing Bee, who do you think is going to win Sewing Bee? Who's your favourite? I really like, what's the girl? Liz, is it? The younger girl? I really like it. I like the fact she's got her own little style and everything. And I think she's a decent sewer. She's not an amazing sewer, but she's a decent sewer. But who else do I like? I do think there's one outstanding one this time. I don't think there's one person you think, they are amazing. Because everybody's had a bit of a dodgy week in 1 week or not, haven't they? So yeah, who are your favourites? Who do you like? There we go. Okay, so that's my little centrepiece done again. And then I'm going to add these on top and bottom, like that. Ooh, like that. Okay, so just quickly do that. Do these 2 seams for you, and then you'll be able to...
Lucinda says she likes Rachel.
Which one's Rachel? Don't know which one Rachel is now. You have to tell me what she made. I'm better at remembering what people made than their names. I'm terrible at their names. Oh.
I'm assuming she just put Rachel, so.
Fair enough. Oh, come on, up you go. I'm getting caught then, just under the lip. Yeah, so down that side,
Jenny says she's not sure, maybe the goth or one of the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, there's normally a bit of a front runner by this point, isn't there? Or at least a couple of them you think, oh yeah, they're in with the chance. But they've all had good and bad weeks this time, so
Christine says she doesn't know any of the names, but I like the dark skinned lady.
Okay. Did she not leave the other day? I can't remember. Oh, see, I've forgotten. But yes, there's been some interesting stuff. There's been some terrible stuff, but there's been some interesting stuff as well. I do love it though. Watched another of that fantastical factory of craft the other day with Keith Berman. It's really interesting actually. It's a bizarre little program, really bizarre little program, but it's quite interesting. I quite liked it.
Heather says she likes Liz too, and the lady from Trinidad.
Ah, right, yes, yeah. I'm not keen on her. She annoys me. I don't know why. She just presses the wrong button. She pushes my buttons. I think she's a bit rude. Like when the judges are talking, there's a lot of eye rolling and stuff going on, and I don't know. Just puts me a bit like she knows better than them. She's a good sewer. She's an amazing sewer. I'm not sure I particularly like her, but never mind. You know, each their own. She's probably lovely in real life. She just does not coming across very well. Okay, so I won't do the other blue one just because of time and stuff. But how you then put them together is you pop one like this, and then you turn this one like that. Okay, so that's just turned. So rather, you could have them that way if you wanted to. That's absolutely fine. You know, again, play with them. They're your blocks, but you're going to turn. I quite like it when it's turned. And then this one would be up like this, and then the other one would be on its side. Okay, and then you would just stitch this one to this one to this one, nest your seam. And it's not too bad actually. That's a pretty good centre point for me. That bit's a bit off. But yeah, I just nested my seam in the centre. Yeah, I'm going to take that. 3 foot rule. Looks pretty good from 3 foot. Okay, so yeah, so that's the bobbin block. Sometimes it's called bow tie block, but most of the time they call it the bobbin block. Okay, so pattern for this one will also be on the website if you need it, which I'll have obviously all the cut instructions and me waffling on. And the same with the applique one as well. That one will be on the website too. So any questions, anything you want me to go through again, girls? How did you do with that one? And gentlemen, sorry, I keep saying and girls, but there's gentlemen out there as well. I know.
They talk about sewing, but
Yeah.
Lucinda said the only thing I like about that the lady from Trinidad is her wrist pin cushion.
Oh, she's got one of those magnetic ones, isn't she? Is it one of the magnetic ones? We've got those in the shop actually. We've got the magnetic ones which are like on a snap band and you can just drop your pins in. In fact, I think there was one in the very first raffle. But we've also got the ones that are like on a snap band, but it's actually a puffy pin cushion that you can stab in. So if you want one, I can get you one. I know a shop that's got them.
That's about it, really.
Cool. Well, enjoy Sew and Bee tonight, girls and guys, and and let Sarah know what you thought of it yesterday. Sarah's going to be back doing, like I said, the Prairie Star ornament tomorrow. So she'll be on at 1 as normal. I think Dave's off. I don't think he's working, so don't think Drew has to be cameraman tomorrow. I think Dave's going to be cameraman. Chandra said there's only 2 left on the raffle. So if you want to grab those last couple, we might be able to pull that tomorrow, which will be good. And then I'm going to be back on Friday, probably a weeny bit knackered, because it's going to be a long old drive tomorrow. But I'm going to be back on Friday with some red work. I'm going to take you through red work. We've got some really nice red work panels, and we've also got, I'm going to show you how to transfer images as well. Okay, so if you want to, you can turn anything into a red work image. So I'm going to go through the stitches and I'm going to show you a little bit of red work. And then of course we've got sale on Saturday. So cool. Is any other questions there before we go? Anything?
Christine says she loves red work.
Cool.
Sheila says thanks. Linda says enjoy Chanda.
Thank you.
That's about it.
Fab. Lovely. Thank you for joining me. Check out Sarah tomorrow, and if you can, check out her Chanda shows too. And then we will see you Friday. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye.